Hello, good people. How are you? ¿Cómo están? Bonjour, bonsoir. How are you? Mko vipi? Mko aje? Mwero? I hope you're doing good. Those are all greetings. I'm greeting you. And when we greet people, we really want to say, assume that all is well. That is why I am asking you, how are you? Because I'm assuming you'll tell me, I am well. That's the normal way people try to, break the ice with the other person, and you want to talk to the other person. You can just jump onto them. You have to start with greetings. It's courtesy. So I say hello. Tonight, or this time, let me use the word this time, I'm coming back to you excited, delighted. I'm feeling good and ready to share something, ready to talk with you. I feel good when I talk to you people, because it's like through this online YouTube online space, we are creating such a board that even when you are talking, you feel like you're talking to a person you are seeing face to face. It's such an encouraging platform. It's such a good platform for people to air out what is in their heart, and also to share something with other friends as we build quite a wide family. Thank you so much, those who have become part of this family by subscribing. I am delighted. I am excited. I am thankful. I appreciate each one of you. And those of you who have not yet subscribed, if a friend shares this video with you and it comes to you, please, I request you to subscribe. You like it, you share. If you don't like it, you tell me, and tell me where to improve, because life has to do with learning each and every day, each and every time. You learn from your friends, you learn from mistakes, you learn by doing, you learn by hearing as well. So I want to hear from you so that I may learn from you. Now, this time, I wanna talk kasheshe. Kasheshe means some rumor, some is news, some is rumor, some is things which are happening. All that, I wanna bring them together and talk about them. Point number one, in Kenya, there is this news. Whether it's news, it's news because I watched on news platform about a couple which shot, the husband shot the wife, expectant wife, and he shot himself too in their bedroom. And they had a maisonette of a house, so it looked like they got it all together. But look at the results of them. They are just dead young couple. And the same week, this is the last week, towards the end of last week, again, two boys of the same mother, two young men of the same mother were shot. Were killed. Even it does not know whether it's the police, because they had gone with the police because of curfew. It is not known who did it. You imagine. Elsewhere, we are hearing people shooting one another, friends, others throwing themselves across the bridge to be hit by the car. We have heard of a man who kills his children. Children, you take them from the mother and then you go kill them. And then those are so sad news. Especially to a person who has children, or who has family, or who knows, who has ever been hit by death. If you have ever suffered the cruel heard of death in life, I know you understand how painful this thing is to those concerned, to those affected. And then my question is, what went wrong? Who did wrong? Who missed a point in life that we reached to a point of taking life? What kind of society are we living in? The other day in the US, somebody shoot a child on road rage. Road rage means that you are driving and somebody wants to overtake you, and then you are not giving them way, and they get annoyed and they take out their gun and shoot you. And the mother was carrying his child at the back, her child at the back, and the gun hit the child. Oh, please. It's such you are put so much fear that you don't know who to trust, you don't know where to run to, you don't know what to do, you don't know what went wrong. The society is full of pain. We are hurting from COVID-19 deaths, and then other deaths which are caused by human error or even human plan. But let me tell you something. Okay, we say that those who are in Christ, they mourn. They don't mourn like the world because they mourn with a hope. But it is a pain. The pain is real. The pain is real. Let me tell you, when Jesus Christ heard that John the Baptist, who was his cousin, had been beheaded by Herod, he went away from his disciples. He hid himself and went away. I want to believe, the Bible may not have recorded, but I want to believe he went to grieve. He went to mourn his cousin. He felt pain. That also shows that pain is also shown when Jesus again went to the house of Lazarus. When Lazarus was dead, he still wept. He felt pain. So it's such a cruel pain. Death is a cruel thing. It's a cruel spirit which brings a lot of pain and tears to the people affected. And now when you imagine, the worst is to imagine, why did they have to take the life of my children? Why did they have to take the life of my child? Why did he have to take his life? We don't have all those answers. And that also adds to torment in the mind. It hurts. But my worry and my greatest question is, where did the rain start beating us? That the only thing, the only solution in life one thinks of is to end his or her life when faced by adversity, when faced by trouble. Why is the person running to ending it? Believe you me, that person who thinks of ending life instead of facing the calamity or the adversity or the problem there is, that person is not at equilibrium in the mind, is not normal. He's not balanced in the mind. And that's a mental health issue, which the society ignores so much, because we seem to be smiling and looking as if we got it all together. And when we see a trigger of something like we suspect, we don't even care. Why am I saying this? That society has become so individualized that we don't know our neighbors. We don't care when we hear our neighbors cry. We don't bother when we see our neighbors not even happy. We don't bother. We've not created rapport with the people next to us. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. And I know this is very difficult even in the US, where you don't even... Please, we are living in a very individualized society where we do not know the name of the next person. You do not know what they do. You do not, because you try to ask, you'll be told that you are getting into too much into somebody's space. So it becomes difficult to intervene in issues. I don't know what to do. I don't know how we can handle this. I really don't know, but it hurts. Imagine if you know a person and then the next day you feel that that person committed suicide. It hurts. It affects you too, because you'll say, oh my, I wish I reached out. Oh my, I wish he told me. Let me tell you something. When it comes to telling you and not telling you, that depends with one's personality. We have different personalities. We have those people who are outspoken and who don't really mind so much about speaking to anybody, sharing what is happening. And so such people are seen as if they are crazy, or as if they why do you have to keep on talking? But those people really relieve what is in their heart through sharing so much, because a problem shared is a problem half solved. So when they speak out, they feel like they have already told you to take position. But we have others who don't know how to share. Some are even born introverts. And it is very difficult for an introvert to share, not even to share, to be known and is suffering. Because generally introverts are quiet people. They are not sanguines like Eunice. They'll just be quiet. So you might think they are quiet because it's the normal way they are quiet. But they could be cooking something in them which is troubling them in the mind. But you know what? You can still reach out, because even if you are staying with an introvert, keep talking to them. Let them answer you with one word. They are monosyllabic ones. They answer with monosyllabic words. It's their nature. But you can tell when the person, the tone and the mood has changed. And that can only happen. You can observe that if you are close to the person, if you talk to the person, or if you live in the same house, or if you work together, or if you know the person really close. Otherwise, if you are foreigners, if you are, you stay like foreigners, yet you are neighbors. You stay like you don't know one another, yet you're neighbors. You can never really tell. It is very good to have friends. Choose, even if it's 2-3 people. I know sharing has become challenging because of you share with the person and then the person shares, the other person shares, and then you are just out there. So your life becomes a public domain. We do not want that. We feel it anyway. Like me, I don't like it. If I feel that somebody has shared anything, I keep off. I may not confront them, but I may never share again anything. And that's why I don't share much. I really don't also. But much as I don't share much, I pray God that it will not come to a point where I feel I am dying with something inside me. What I don't share is I've not reached to that point of having a problem which I can't handle really much. But I pray God that much as I don't like sharing, I can open up. I can easily open up when people reach out to me, and that I can trust, because this is the issues of trust. It's difficult to trust people with your life, but we need also to be accountable as people who are being entrusted with information. We need to be accountable. We need to be confidential. You cannot help somebody unless you cannot really help somebody's life, because when you find that a person has reached to a point of committing suicide, that was a very, very terrible problem to him, which to you might think it's not huge, and therefore that is something he would or she would not like it to be in the public. So if they have to share with you, make sure that you don't take it to the public. But my dear, have you not heard people say, please, can we pray for some so and so? You pretend to be an intercessor. That's not what I'm talking about. Let me not divert. But that's what happens. You want to bring somebody's story out there by pretending you're praying for them. And that is so, it affects so much those people who call themselves, I can pray for you. What's happening? Can I pray for you? I'll pray too. I'll pray. Because you're the only one who can be heard by God. Hey, come on. God hears everybody. So stop bringing people's life out there. What I'm saying is, we have become betrayers, and we have made people to avoid sharing their problems. Can we be a little bit professional, even if you have not trained to be a professional counselor? And if you hear somebody's problem and somebody shares with you and you're not able to handle it, please refer them to a professional counselor. We do not want to lose lives. Refer them. They can be handled professionally. We are losing a lot of youth, and youth is because, youth cannot be easily be told by anybody. So the only thing you can do with a youth is to send them to a counselor, professional counselor, who can handle them very well, if you know a youth is struggling. And let me tell you one sign of knowing a person is struggling mentally. They start losing touch with reality. And the first thing of losing touch with reality is withdrawing from people. You want to be a man solo, to stay alone. That I love my company. I feel, and before you are not like that. Nowadays I feel better alone. Man was not created to be alone. We were created as social beings. So if you start enjoying your life alone, it means you are cooking a lot alone in your head and serving it in your heart, eating it and getting to your body, and your body is just becoming saturated with all what you're cooking alone, not venting out. I beg, please, if you see a friend or a relative or your child or anybody you know or anybody you used to relate with, and you see that they have started withdrawing, be assured there is trouble somewhere, there's a problem somewhere. Please try to reach out in a very, very wise way. Don't reach out by tell me what is cooking. Reach out by being close to them. Make visits to them. Give them date. Take them out for coffee. Take them out for, even invite them to your house. Let them spend more time with you. That way, as you talk, you know, when you are with the person, they will not think so much of what is troubling them. They will concentrate with the situation they are in. So if you are dancing somewhere or singing or going to a service or wherever you go to have fun, when you are having that fun, that time, that person is not remembering the trouble. That's how the mind works. They will remember the trouble after. That is why many people who fall into depression run to the bottle. That is alcohol. They abuse alcohol and substances. Why? Because that time they are hiding, they have forgotten the troubles for that season, for those minutes, for those hours. But later on, they go back to the same. So we can use the same mechanism of surrounding them with the people, making them busy, sharing, talking. And whenever you find the person does not even want to talk, bring the issues of stress, how stress is bad, blah, blah, blah. Talk issues which are commonly related to what might, you do not know what they are going through, but you are sure they might be depressed or stressed. Let's start with the stress, because it starts with the stress before you fall into depression. So you start talking of how you can manage stress, how you manage stress yourself, how you do when you are stressed yourself. That time, you are just bringing a key topic like that. Just a topic. Just talking. Be creative. And as you talk, you are helping the person. Because she will not share or he will not share. But as you talk, you're helping the person. The person will come out, or we will go to practice what you said. So when you see a person withdrawing, don't allow them to withdraw. Make sure you are with them. They may try to withdraw, but be an intruder. Intrude if possible, unless they tell you they do not want your company. Because if again they are abusive to you, verbal abuse or ignorant, or like a person can tell you, I don't want to be with you. You know, you can't force, because these are adults. You can't force. Unless now you know other friends of the person, and then you reach out to them, you tell them, I was told she doesn't want to, but I'm suspecting that she might be going through stuff. I don't know what. Please be close to that person, because we do not want to lose life. We do not want to lose more lives. It's really hurting me. And I'm sure you are also getting hurt by that. And you're asking yourself, what kind of society are we living in now? It's too painful. And so more so to the parents, especially those young men who are killed at the baby in the car, and all these people, you know, it's very painful. It's very painful to lose a loved one. It is. But God lifts up the burden. So let us try to be there for them. Let us try to help those parents who have the youth, and you find that it's like your children are rebellious, and they don't want to hear. Maybe they have gone into substance abuse. Please talk to your children with love. Talk to your children with love. Continue supporting them. If possible, take them to a rehabilitation center if you can afford. Don't wait for them to agree. I know in America you can't do this, because America wants us to sign so many things, even to take them to a mental health clinic. But in Kenya you can force. And when they go there, Because deep down every abuser, there is the self. And the self, when they are alone, the self tells them you did wrong. So do not condemn. They have already condemned themselves. Don't condemn anybody. So because deep down they know they have done wrong to themselves, if you take them to a center where they will be handled by professional counselors, they will accept it to be the good self they desire to be. I don't know whether you have seen that an abuser, when an abuser is normal, cries a lot. The reason why this person cries a lot is because they are remorseful of what they have done, of the abuse, and they would like to come out of that quagmire of every time I want to be strong, but the body craves because of addiction. Addiction is a disease. And when the body craves, they go back to what they didn't want to do. That's why they cry. It's a cry of regret. And that's why I believe even if you took them without their consent, because no abuser will tell you, yes, I am abusing. They will always say no. You don't expect it. Man, even Eve, when they were Adam, when they were caught by God and they had eaten the fruit, they didn't accept. They started blame game. Adam said, it's the wife you gave me. The wife said, it's the snake. Nobody wanted to accept liability. And no, I have done it. Instead of telling God at once, God, I have done it, I'm sorry. We are here with that problem. That's why Christ came now. I thank God for Christ. I don't know what we could have done because of that blame game. So don't expect anybody. It's in the nature of man who does wrong to accept I did wrong. It takes God. So always man will say, no, it's not me, or I did do it, I'm not like that. And you very well know it is. So don't expect these youths or anybody abusing substance to say, yes, I'm abusing substance and it's killing me. No. Neither can even they know they are abusing. They only know they are using. They think they are feeling good. You know, highly, give me that thing. Shindo. So what you can do is sometimes you need to, as a parent, if it's your child, you need to, God help you to afford, you need to use force and let them check in somewhere. At least for those 3-4 months, they will be sober. And with God, because there's no mountain that our Lord cannot level. With our God, they'll sober up. They will. They will. They will. So please, parents, parenting is different. I usually say that. We parent differently because you bring up your children in the way you want. But please, your tone. The tone you approach issues with your young adult children. It's very important. Sometimes you find that even those who are committing suicide are not from poor families, so we cannot really say it's because of poverty. Some are from very wealthy families. But let me tell you, the issues which goes on behind or within the walls of the mansionettes we see are very, 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 very difficult to mention, because some children are abused by their parents, really. Yeah. And some wives are abused by the husbands, and some husbands are abused by the wives. So the war is there in the family. Very terrible war, but it is not out there. So us who are out here, we cannot know when the war is in a home somewhere, because they cover up to us. They look all well and contained. until the children, now you find the children, they don't feel like they have a home. They don't feel like they have support system of the parents. Let me tell you, don't condemn your children when you find that they have not even built themselves a career. They still have the future. As long as somebody is not dead, I usually say this and insist, as long as somebody is not dead, they can be what they wished to be. As long as somebody is not gone, a journey where you will never return, you still have a chance to make it up. So parents, let's be very hopeful and hold our children hard, supporting them. I know you can tell when your child is lazy, and you can tell when they are genuinely not getting a job. There's genuinity in lack of a job, especially in Africa. We have so much joblessness. And our kids are getting stressed by that. Why? Because a young woman, a young man, as being supported by the parents, did all the way to the bachelor's, masters, if possible. They have all what it takes when it comes to academic credentials, but they are not landing a job. It is you, the parent, to advise and talk to your children and to your youth that it is not all about job. You don't have to be employed. This is a mistake with our education system in Africa. They set education systems such that one thinks that passing exam and getting papers adds up to better life and a career. It's normally not true. We can't change because that is how they have set, and that is how they have the minds of people now in Africa are oriented. It's not true. Education is good, yes, but you don't have to do that which you learned in school to survive and to live well and to have a life. There are so many things you can be supported by your parents or your friends or relatives or wherever to come up with and have a living. It goes down to miseries when you imagine. And then we have to also accept. Because unless you accept, okay, yes, I stand in the law, it's not fitting anywhere. So what do? I capture what is coming my way. It becomes a stepping stone to where I'm going. Let me tell you something. Alexa above me, I wanted to be a lawyer when I was young. Hey, I had 2 careers in mind, which have never come. Please. Can you imagine that I'm surviving? I had 1 career. The first one was law, and I wanted to become a lawyer. The second one was to be reading news like Catherine Kasafuri. Those who are in Kenya, they know what I mean when I say that lady. I loved news, and I used to read newspapers. And people, that's a story. My sisters can know what I did. I used to read newspapers and view the crossword and Muraba yote, Kiswahili one. My father comes with newspaper, Kiswahili one and everything. And I'm doing nothing else but reading them. I didn't love anything to do with media and also become a lawyer. Those were in me. I became none of them. Thank God for the online platform. Now I'm in media. Can't you imagine now? But that did not discourage me in life. I'm talking about not sitting there because what you wanted to become, it didn't happen. I went to a very different career, which I didn't want in the first place. Only that there was no otherwise. I didn't want it. But it happened. And you know, when it happens, you later on see, after all, I can make it. After all, it is serving me. After all, it is helping me. After all, I am putting bread on my table. You accept life. Even today, I'm living by accepting life, not by being where I would want to be. No, I'm not there. You may wonder. But I have accepted. And that means that I'll not be stressed by that thing at all. It will not ring my mind that I'm not. It is, I will be. That's how we should live. That I'm here today, tomorrow I'll be there. We have to have an outlet of stress by accepting where we are and how will I get there then. I'm here now, yes. How will I get there then? The steps are A, B, C. You start with the A. You start with the A. It may take even 3 years. Don't worry, A. One day you will complete A. Step A. Once A is done, be assured you will still get to B. Because you start working on B. That's where you get to somewhere where you want to, where you hope to be. Life is a staircase. You're here today, tomorrow you are here. Make sure your life goes staircase, not staircase. Both are staircases. But please, like this. When you allow stress to put you down, you are moving steps backwards, down. But we want steps going up, please, in life. Because we are not stagnated. We are not stagnated. So today we are here. Tomorrow the waters will move. We move to somewhere else. But it depends with, will you have embraced stress such that you will not move. Even when the waters move, you will not accept your boat to move with the waters. It's left at the shore. Got to let it move. Got to let the boat move. Let it float in the waters. Brethren, stress is killing, because stress leads to depression. And depression is a sickness. It's a mental sickness. It's the one which is leading people to do all these nasty things and causing pain to people by killing and by taking life. Let me tell you, nobody takes life, and I repeat this, nobody takes life when they are in their normal senses. And I said it earlier in this video. I said it earlier, and you have to believe me. So we have first to deal with stress so that it doesn't lead to a mental sickness, which is depression and fatality. Please. The other thing we can do, I've said, number one is you reach out and you talk to them and you help them. And the other thing is you support them. If it is opening up a business, support them. Those who are in substance abuse, they can go to rehab. We have relationship coaches. You can go for therapy for relationship. If your relationship is not working, you don't have to die there. Seek therapy. Seek therapy. If it's a relationship which is causing pain and you feel like you want to kill your partner or the other, no, you don't have to kill the partner. Seek therapy. And once you heal, you can now handle your partner when you are healed. Let us always not act in emotions. Negative emotions will resort to negative action, which can lead to fatal behavior, action, killing. It's not right. And it's not good for anybody to die early or even late or wherever time. It's painful to take life. It's painful to the ones left behind. They feel the pain. So let us try to employ every mechanism we can to see that we reduce this from our houses. When we start from inside our homes, reaching out, even our helpers at home, the house helps. Let us help them, encourage them that they will not be house helps for life, so that they feel loved. That way they will love your kids as well, and they will know they have a future. Everybody has a right to live. Those you are working with, your colleagues, share with them good news. Anything positive. Make sure, do this. You yourself, heal yourself. Make sure that you are okay within yourself. You love yourself, you feel okay, so that you can give a touch of hope to anybody who comes across you. Unless you are healed, you cannot also help very much. So it starts with the self again. So if you assess yourself and you feel there's anywhere you need help, seek help. Seek help. Don't fear to seek help. Seek help. And when you are healed now, you will be able to reach out to others. You can reach out to others. That's what I feel. Anyway, I want to say it has not been very easy. Those news were not very easy to deal with. Death brings pain. But what I know is whenever you see suicide and people killing one another, there's depression. There's a mental sickness. It's a mental sickness. Nobody in their normal senses can take life. Even the criminals. The criminals, there is nobody who plans to kill. It just comes as a result of something else which has triggered a bad thing in the mind. And then you start not feeling like a human being. Then you kill. It's unfortunate that when you listen to those who are in these cases of murder, you find that they were not in their normal senses. They were not in their normal senses. So even those who commit suicide, they are not in their normal senses. It's a mental illness. And we can deal with it from ourselves and then out there. I just wanted to vent out, to vent out, not to vent out, but to vent out. I'm from Kenya, and in Kenya we have, every tribe has its own shortcomings in pronunciations in English, because English is our second language. We have our vernaculars, and the sounds in our vernaculars are not the same sounds in English. So when we have to pronounce some sounds which are there in English and they are not there in our vernacular, so we make the mistake. That's why you find us pronouncing someone's wrongly. But as long as you understand, language is for communication. It's not for competition. It's for communication. So long as you understand what the person intends to say, I think that's fine. Yeah, so those mistakes should not bother you. They should not bother me too. So that's what I wanted to share with you, friends and family. Let's keep reaching out to people. Let's keep, even if they are quiet. Like me, I usually say hello to my neighbors when I see them on the balcony, because that's where I can only see them, because as we go different times. So when I see them on the balcony, I say hello. It's America. I stand 1 minute to ask silly question. Just silly. Not that I know what to tell them, because I don't even know their names. It's just standing and silly question like, yeah, how was the school for the children? America is difficult to reach out, I'm telling you. But it's always good to smile to somebody, you know. It's good to smile to somebody. It helps. It helps when you try to show somebody you are concerned, you love them, you know, you are there. At least when you say hello to somebody, that person knows you're not an animal, you are not evil. You can reach out to me in case of anything. That's all what it means. And that's what we try to do. May God bless you. Continue trying to reach out. And please make sure that if you can, help a person by giving a word of hope all the time. Anytime you talk to somebody, make it your effort that by the time you leave that person, you'll have put some hope. You even don't know what they are facing, but you'll have spoken hope. They will feel a touch of hope in their lives by you. And that way God will bless you, and you'll have saved a life without knowing. Let me say bye for now. God bless you. We meet in the next one. I love you. Continue sharing. Continue liking. Please comment. Give me a comment down there. Let me know how you feel about this, about whatever I'm doing. I love you. God bless you. Bye-bye.